Hello dear students, I am Dr. Shikha Pandey, Associate Professor from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I will discuss about this material recovery facility MRF location sites for the waste management. So in this waste management lecture, we are at this point where we are going to study about the processing and transportation of processing and transformation. So in this processing, this MRF will come, material recovery facility. MRF means material recovery facility. A facility has been provided to recover material from the waste. So to recover material, uh, to material to recover any useful material from waste. This is the actual meaning of this MRF sites. So we'll discuss about the what is this MRF and what is this functional principle of this MRF sites and how it will be helpful and how many types of MRFs are there. So first come here. First we'll going to discuss about this definition. So its a meaning. Its a meaning is either material recovery facility, material reclamation facility, or material recycling facility. Means all three words has been involved. First is the recovery of something, recovery of some useful material from waste is MRF. Next is the material reclamation facility, reclamation of materials, reclamation of waste. Next thing is there, and then after that recycling of waste. So all these things, all this meaning of this MRF has been involved. Either it is related with the recovery of some useful material from waste, or it is a reclamation of some useful material from waste, or recycling of waste, for recycling of waste, either for plastic waste or for dry waste. So this and all the dry waste that has been generated from a garbage that has been generated from a local municipality has been used in this MRF facilities. And this MRF facility is also called as multi-reuse facility. It is a kind of a specialized plant that receives, separate and prepare recyclable material for marketing or to end user manufacturer. So this MRF is like multi-reuse facility, and it is a specialized kind of plant that is going to receive, separate and then prepare this recyclable material for any marketing purpose or end user manufacturer. So yeah, this is like a whole process of this MRF. MRF is like we can say that it is a kind of a specialized plant that receives, separate and prepare recyclable materials from marketing for the marketing purpose only, or into end user manufacturer. It is a place where waste collected from the doorstep in a segregated manner. Obviously, waste municipality, for every municipality the waste is collected is like in a segregated manner, and then it is further segregated into a various components of recyclable waste, recover from it for recycle or resale. So first is the waste is collected in a segregated manner. Then again it has been segregated. For its different sectors. If in a mixed waste, from mixed waste, plastic waste has been segregated, ferrous metals has been segregated, or some paper waste has been segregated. And for the segregation of all these types, many mechanical instruments has been used. Either it is used by a pneumatic system, or it has been used by electromagnetic radiation, or some magnetic system is there. So many separators are there. They are going to separate the waste from this segregated waste to again segregated waste, and on the basis of the density of paper and plastic, and some air classification is there. So in this air classification, light particle will be separated, light density particle will be separated, another tank, and another higher more density particle will be separated. So many functions, many mechanical instruments has been used in this MRF facilities, and this instrument will mainly function to separate, either for the glass separation, or for aluminium can separation, or for the paper waste separation, or for the plastic separation has been done at the MRF site. And then it's a further segregation, then it's a further transformation or processing of waste. Now comes to the main working principle of this material recovery facility. So first point is related with the separation. For this separation, mechanical instruments are there. Mechanical instruments are there. Instruments are there. For this mechanical instrument, mixed solid waste are separated based on their source of recovery of material. Obviously, mixed waste are there. So based on its source of recovery, whether this in which section this waste will go has been separated. Aluminium cans at one place, paper at one place, plastic at one place, and glass tins at one place. So this all has been separated on the basis of its source of recovery. Next is the process depend upon degree of source of separation of waste. Obviously, this process is related with the degree of source of separation of waste, and nature and design of each unit process accommodate the physical and chemical characteristics of the source material. This accommodate on the basis of physical characteristics of the waste. Physical characteristics of the waste, and resource recovery plays an important role in the economies of developing this nation. Obviously, at the final stage, we'll get some resource from this waste. So this will work on the principle of this R3. This R3 principle, like reduce, reuse, and recycle. So in this material recovery facility, we are putting waste for the recovery of some useful material from the waste, or its a recycling purpose, or its a reclamation purpose. This MRF has been used. So first of all, at one place, first waste is coming from a separated manner, either from a door-to-door collection method or from a curbside collection method, and then they are putting the waste on the ramp where many mechanical instruments are there, like either by electromagnetic separation are there, and then screening is there, then pneumatic system is there, then hydraulic system is also there, and then magnets are also there. All these are involved in this mechanical instrument, so that they can do the secondary segregation of waste from the mixed waste. This is the main process that has been involved during the segregation of waste at a material recovery facility. And after this segregation, they went it for its a final transformation, which area this will go. If it is a plastic, then they send it to the recycling station. So now comes to this is the picture related with the material recovery facility. As I have discussed, like, see, this truck is there. From this truck, they are putting the waste onto the ramp. Through the ramp, it will going through the, here it is there. This is like a air shorter is there. Then metals cans has been separated. Heavy plastics has been separated. Paper, glass remnants are there. They have separated, and then iron is separated at different place, stones at different place, bottles at different place. So they are separating the waste in material recovering facility. What they are doing, they are separating the waste, either air blowed iron dry is there, or hammer wheel is there, or magnetic separator is there. You can see all mechanized method are there. See here, it is magnetic separators are there. So they will separate the ferrous metals. So they separated the metals here. Then glass separation is there, paper separation, air classifier is there, and next is the stone bottles has been separated. Next is sieve is there. Sieve is going to separate waste on the basis of its density. Next, again, air blower is there. Air blower is like air classification on the basis of aerodynamics of the particle, on the basis of its density. Waste has been separated. And again, it has been separated in all different sectors based on the physical characteristics of the waste. Based on the physical characteristics of the waste. Based on the physical characteristic. So after separating waste in a different sector, then they will send it for its final transformation purpose. So this is a picturization. This is reflecting the whole working principle of this material recovery facility. Now we'll discuss like from where that waste is coming. So one drop-off center is there. So in that drop-off center, some recycling center. From that drop-off center, waste will go to the recycling center. So the drop-off center requires the waste producer to carry the recyclable material to a separate location. So this drop-off center is going to require the waste producers. Waste producers are there, means the resident of any particular place. They are going to carry the recyclable material to a separate location. they will carry all the material that can be go for the recycling to a different location, and from that location either an installed location or some mobile collection stations are there, or some reprocessing plant itself in the plant also. So the resident of any particular place will bring their waste to this drop off center, and in that drop off center they will collect the waste, or they will put their waste either in a, this drop off center is like a installed or mobile collection station or some reprocessing plant itself, and then easy type of collection. This drop off center is a very easy type of collection of to establish. You can we can establish this collection system anywhere, because this is just like a drop off center. People will come and they will drop their separated waste into that place, either it is a recycling center. So this drop off center is like, it is like for this like a mobile collection station or there, or some reprocessing plant is also there. So it is some throughput may be a low or difficult to predictable. It's a very simple technique. We can also adopt this drop off center. See, it's a picture of a drop-off center of in Malaysia. In Malaysia, they have provided a drop-off center where a normal resident will come, a person will come, and they can drop off their waste to recycle to that particular area, and this is going to be recyclable material to a separate location, and then they will bring it to a separate location. So this drop-off center is either in a public area, or it is like a installed area, or it is a mobile collection system, or you can come to the plant itself also. So this is like a drop off center, and this is there are an easy types of collection. This is a way to establish at a particular place. Throughput may be low or difficult to predictable. Next is the buyback center is there. So in a buyback center is also, they are buying the waste. So they are purchasing the clean and recyclable material and providing a incentive, providing a benefit for use and creating a stable supply. So a buyback center enables the resident to purchase them, to purchase any clean recyclable material, and providing a clear incentives for use and creating a stable supply. So these they are the buyback centers are at every location. What these buyback center are doing, they are giving a benefit, they are giving you a benefit and advantage of buying your waste, advantage of buying your waste. So this they are enables the residents to purchase clean recyclable materials, providing a clear incentive. They are providing a clear incentives for use and creating a stable supply also. So a buyback center is there in the California. You can see they are buying the waste. They are buying the waste and they are giving you some money, some incentive as per your waste, whatever waste you are giving to that particular location, and they will them, and after collecting the waste, the waste will go for the MRF location site. Now comes to the next point. This is like a working principle of this MRF. In this MRF, what is the working principle? So first of all, what is there? MRF have a platform scale and a yard that can accommodate a queue of truck. Obviously, at in a MRF site, there is a platform. Some big platform is there that is going to accommodate many queue of trucks, and the incoming hauling truck arrives at the MRF and dump the coming in the material onto the tip floor. Truck will come. The truck is hauling the waste. Truck is hauling the waste. Truck is hauling the waste at the MRF and dump the mixed material onto the tip floor. And then what happened? The next step is the front end loader or other bulk material handling equipment are there, and then drops into a large steel bins, that is drum feeder, at the start of the processing line. So front end loader is there on the bulk material, means like front end loader is there, and they are with the bulk material, bulk loading, and with some handling equipments, they are dropping into a large steel bin, and that is called as drum feeder also. And at the start of the processing line, this is the start of the processing line. So inside the drum feeder, a fast moving drum meter is there, out the coming into waste onto the conveyor belt. Conveyor belt is there, and the drum meter is like is the very fast moving drum meter, out the coming in the waste onto the conveyor belt at the steady rate, regulating the density of the material on the conveyor belt so that it is not packed too tightly together, so that it will not pack too tightly together. Inside the drum feeder, a fast moving drum meters are there, and out of this the coming into waste, some conveyor belt are there, and that is a steady rate, that they are regulating the density of the material. They are regulating the density of the material on the conveyor so that it is not packed too tightly together, so that it will be not packed very tightly together. So this is the working principle of this MRF site. First of all, they can MRF have a platform scale. Platform scale is there. On that platform, they are going to accommodate many of the trucks, and incoming hauling truck arrive at the MRF and dump the coming in waste material onto the floor tip also. And the front end loader are there, and some other bulky material handling equipments then drop into the large steel bin. They are dropping into the large steel bins, that is drum feeder, at the start of the processing line. Start of the processing line is there, and the front end loader and other bulk material handling equipments are there, and they are dropping into the large steel bin, that is drum feeder. And inside the drum feeder, what happened, a fast moving drum meter is there, out the coming in the waste into the conveyor belt. So this drum feeder will make out the waste to the conveyor belt, and from the conveyor belt it is like a steady rate regulating the density of the material. Steady rate regulating the density of the material on the conveyor, so that it is not packed too tightly together, so that it will not packed too tightly together. That's why the drum feeder is there. Drum feeder will separate. It is a fast moving drum is there, and that drum is going to separate the waste from the mixed waste, and this is going to it will be not packed too tightly together. And on from the conveyor belt, it will go to the next stop. And next, what happened, from that conveyor belt, material goes to a pre-sort station. First is the from the conveyor belt, first the truck will come, and from truck they are feeding it to a drum feeder. From drum feeder they are separating the waste, and then they are putting on the conveyor. From the conveyor, the material will go to a pre-sort station. Pre-sort station is again there. So this things is a very they are focusing very much on the sorting of waste. That's why before this all these steps, pre-sort was there. So pre-sort, in the pre-sort station, workers standing along the conveyor spot and remove any trash. Some workers are also there at pre-sort. They are removing the waste. If some mismanagement is there, if some waste coming into waste is there, if some mixed waste is there, so they are removing the waste. So they are removing any kind of trash, plastic bag, or any other mistakenly placed material, and separate them from appropriate disposition. So they are separating from the appropriate disposition. You can see the picture, like the material up from the conveyor belt, material will go to the pre-sorting station, where some laborers are there. They are manually separating also, because they are thinking, they are looking at, they are taking carefully, like that some item will be there by mistakenly, so that they can remove all the item and place material and separate them from the appropriate disposition. Some larger piece of cardboard are then removed from the mixed material system. Some larger piece of cardboards are there, and they are removing the mixed material system stream also, and push to the top of the large sorting disc, turning an axle are there, while heavier materials stay beneath. Some heavier material will stay beneath this, and the smaller set of disc may then remove a smaller piece of paper. So next is what happened after this sorting, pre-sorting. Next, larger piece of cardboard are then removed, because larger piece of cardboard are there, and they can be removed from the mixed material stream, pushed to the top by large sorting disc, turning the axle, while heavier material stay beneath. Obviously, larger material will be sorted by the with the axles of the disc, but the heavier material will stay beneath it, and smaller sets of disc may then remove a smaller piece of paper. Smaller set of discs are there, they are going to remove smaller pieces of paper, and heavier will be removed automatically by the axle of the disc, and the smaller will be going to be removed a smaller piece of paper. Next step is there, what happened after this, When the material are separated, then they are diverted to separate conveyor belt for accumulating and baling. Obviously, when the material will be separated, they are diverted to the conveyor belt for accumulation or for baling purpose. And the powerful magnet separates steels and tin container. Then from this waste, very electromagnetic separator are there. Electromagnetic separator are there. In that electromagnetic separator, they are going to separate very high power magnets are there. These magnet will separate steel and tin containers from the mixed waste. Obviously, there's some magnet are there. The magnet will having a very high capacity, so that this magnet can separate the steel cans or aluminum from this mixed waste. Next is like eddy current is there. Eddy current is there. Eddy current separates draw aluminum cans and other non-ferrous metal from the remaining material. This eddy current will separate. Eddy current will separate some aluminum cans and other non-ferrous metals from the remaining material. Eddy current is going to separate some aluminum cans and other non-ferrous material. Glass containers can be separated from plastic container by a density blower, then hammered into a crushed glass called as cullet. So next is the glass container. Glass container can be separated by a density blower. Density blower is there, obviously air classification and density blower. You can say it by many names like air classification, density blower. What happened? Very high speed air they are giving. With the high speed air, the particles is separated on the basis of its aerodynamic density. On the basis of its density, lower density will be separated, higher density will be separated. So this is the glass container, and this glass container can separate from plastic container to a distinct density blower, then hammered into a crushed glass that is known as cullet. Then crushed it. Then they are going to crust by a hammer or some miller is there by, and this is known as cullet. And remaining plastic container, now those which are plastic containers, they are sorted manually by the worker on the conveyor lines, and the remaining plastic containers are sorted manually by the worker on the conveyor lines. And then again air classification is used to separate the HDP plastic and PET plastic, means high density plastic and low density plastic. So after this, one more separation point is there, that is air classification. Air classification is used to separate high density plastic and lower density plastic. And again, next step is the separated material other than glass cullet are typically balled. Obviously, this is for the refuse drive fuel. So next is the glass material, separated material, except these glasses are typically balled. They are going to reduce its increase its density, compactness. So this is the all the process that has been involved in this MRF facility. So this MRF facility will involve either from a mixed waste to its again sorting, and it's a sorting of waste by using some magnetic devices, by using some air classification, by using some magnets or some eddy current separators, so that the processing, the sorting will be no mistake will be there, and it will be work very much efficiently. No any kind of mistakes are there during the sorting and separating of material. So and this sorting and separating of material is done for plastic waste. For in plastic waste also air classification has been used. So air classification will classify high density plastic and low density plastic, and remaining plastic containers can be sorted by the some manually by the some worker. So and glass container has been separated from the plastic container by a density blower, because on the basis of density glass and plastic will be separated. So and then it will be hammered and crushed, and this glass has been made into like a cullet. That is the main, these are the main thing that has been involved at the MRF site. In the MRF facility, MRF facility is particularly mainly followed to separate the waste from mixed waste to separate waste to obtain some recovery of some material from the waste. And these are the whole process that has been involved for the separation of waste, either from the electromagnetic magnets has been used, or some eddy current separators are there, or some glass containers are there, or some remaining plastic containers are there, air classification is there, and in between all those things, to avoid any kind of mistake, manual is also involved, because manually labors are there at every steps, so that they are taking care of everything, like it is working properly or not. If some waste are mixed, if some mistakes are there, they are again separated manually also. Now comes to the type of MRF. So we are going to discuss about the different type of MRF. First is the clean MRF. Clean MRF is like it receives sources separated, like segregated MSW for residential or commercial, like mixed recyclable material only. Means clean will collect those material which can be recyclable material only. Okay, so it is going to collect segregated MSW from residential, either from residential or commercial source in a mixed or recyclable, those material that can be recyclable only. So there are different type of clean MRF. First is the single stream. In this single stream, see, you can see the picture of the single stream. Only one single stream is there, and on that stream all recyclable material are mixed. So and all in a single, you can see the picture, all are mixed, all waste are mixed. And in dual stream is like source separated recyclable materials are delivered in the mixed container stream, consisting of glass, ferrous metals, plastics, PET, HDPE, aluminum, and other non-ferrous material. Means dual stream are there. They are like dual, two type of container system is there, and this container stream consisting of glass, ferrous metals, plastic, all both type of plastic, PET and HDPE, aluminum, and other non-ferrous metal also. And some other stream is there, that is mixed paper stream, that is corrugated cardboard boxes, newspaper, magazines, papers from office. So this is like a clean MRF. So there are three type of clean MRF. First is like, as we know, in clean MRF only those waste are there which can be recyclable. So recyclable, it will involve, first is a single stream. Like single stream is like all recyclable material are mixed. Next is the dual stream. In dual stream, source separated recyclables are delivered in a mixed container stream consisting of glass, ferrous metals, plastic box, aluminum, and other non-ferrous metal. Next is the mixed paper streams. This is like mixed paper is there. So in mixed paper, corrugated cardboard boxes, newspapers, magazines, papers from office. So there are three type of clean MRF, different type of clean MRF. So as per the specification, materials are sorted, balled, shredded, crushed, compacted, or prepared for the shipment to the market. So what the process involved in this clean MRF is like sorted, waste are sorted, balled, then shredded, then crushed, then compacted, to receive prepare the waste for the shipment to the market. And the percentage of residual, that is unrecoverable, recyclable, or non-recyclable, non-program materials should not exceed 10% by weight. It should not exceed 10% by weight. Obviously, if the weight will increase, then no need of this MRF. So the total delivery stream, and in many cases, it can be significantly below 5%. This is a picture of clean MRF end product, the product that has been coming out from a MRF. And the percentage of residual, like some unrecovered recycle or some non-program material are there, should not exceed 10% by weight, and total deliverable streams, and in many cases it can be significantly below 5%. Next is like some dirty MRF. Dirty MRF means mixed waste processing facility. Waste processing facility in a dirty way, like it receives mixed solid waste stream to separate recyclable material through a combination of manual and mechanical sorting. This type of MRF ensures sorting of 100% of incoming waste stream, leading to a great number of material for recovery. 100% of incoming waste stream, leading to a great number of materials for recovery. And this type can cover from 5% to 45% of incoming materials as recyclable. remaining in disposed or landfill. Obviously, this type of dirty MRF, like mixed waste processing facility, is there, and they can recover only 5 to 45% of incoming material only, and rest recyclable, like some remaining is disposed or landfill. So this is like a mixed, and they can remember only 5% to 45% of incoming material. And we are going to discuss the advantages related with this MRF facility. First is like advantage means it is going to increase participation rate for source separated recycling collection system and prepare fuel products feedstock for conversion technologies. Obviously, the participation rates has been increased, and the source separated recycling collection system and the preparation of fuel products or feedstock for conversion technology, higher recycling rates compared to curbside and other waste collection system, and recovery rates higher than the clean MRF. Recovery rate is very much higher than the clean MRF, and they are going to highly recycling rates when we compare the curbside and other waste collection system. So this dirty MRF has a more advantage, and its recovery rate is more than the clean MRF technique. And it will be like the most important advantage. It is going to increases the participation rate for source separated recycling collection system and prepare fuel products or feedstock for conversion technologies. Next is point is related with some disadvantages. So this is advantages and disadvantages of dirty MRF. Now comes to disadvantage. Disadvantage is like some greater contamination of recyclables, like some especially paper waste is there. Some recyclable contaminants are there. These are the challenging processes that is deal with the mixed waste stream, and its installation is expensive, and operational cost is also higher, like labor intensive. So labor will be involved, more labor will be there in this, more labor, and operational cost is also high. Operational cost is also high, and installation is expensive. Installation is expensive. So this is the some disadvantages is there, and disadvantages related with this this dirt MRF, and they are like it is having a more contaminants of recyclables, like some paper waste, and challenging process since deal with the mixed waste stream. Now this is the conclusion that has been related with. Now, this is the material recovery facility. The waste management system should be functional efficiently. That's why this MRF is there. This MRF has been installed so that this material recovering facility will work or function efficiently. MRF method provide recycling of raw material for industrial use. Obviously, this recycling will be done for the industrial use also. So this is the references of some of the textbook which you can utilize. You can if you want to study more, then you can use these textbooks. Thank you for today's lecture. So if you have any question, any doubt, any queries regarding this lecture, you can write in the comment box, or you can directly mail me to given mail ID, that is shikha.pandy@gmail.com. So thank you for today's lecture.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.